Hello and welcome to today's math lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps, and close our eyes. When you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. And next we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And we'll begin by stretching up high to the sky. High as we can. And then let's go down long. Touch our toes. And then back up high one more time. And this time, can we go tippy toe high? And then back down to touch our toes again. And now hands on hips. And let's have a wiggle side to side. Nice wiggle side to side. Stop. Now, with a wiggle side to side. Stop. And now forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, and stop. And now, we'll go round and round. Give our spines a nice stretch. Round and round. And stop. And now we'll go back the other way. Round and round the other way. And stop. And to finish, we will do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So in our previous lesson, we were learning about a type of mathematical sum that involves different symbols together. Does anybody remember the name of the sums? Combined operations. Yes. C-O-M-B-I-N-E-D. And operations O-P-E-R-A-T-I-O-N. A, T, I, O, N, S. All together, combined operations. And the type of combined operations we did always involved this symbol. Multiplication, correct. M, U, L, T, I, P, L, I, C, A, T, I, O, N. Multiplication. So how we're going to begin this lesson is we'll do a recap exercise of a combined operation sum with multiplication. So first of all, we need some figures on the board. Let's see, we can go with, how about 12? And then the multiplication sign times. And how about minus okay, and then equals. So we have 12 times 8,463 minus 4,522. So what I'm going to do now, I will choose a student to come forward and correctly answer this combined operation with multiplication sums. So let's close our eyes, guys. And now the pen is with Pak Bung. So Pak Bung, can you come and join me at the front, please? So remembering about combined operations, guys, which part of the sum do we always do first? Always do the sum that's in brackets first. So first of all, we need to set up a subtraction table so we can do the first part of the sum. 8,463 minus 4,522. Excellent, Pak Bung. So now we can begin by doing the ones first. 3 minus 2 equals 1. Equals 4. We can't do. So we need to borrow. So 8 becomes 7, and then 14 minus 5 equals 9. Excellent. Equals 3. I'm remembering our comma. Okay, guys, so now we have the answer for step 1. 3,941. So what we need to do now to answer our problem, we need to take this number and times it by 12. So now let's do a multiplication table. 3,941 times 12. So remember about multiplying by 2 digits. What we'll always do, we'll use the ones digit first, do that calculation, and then we'll do the tens calculation next. So 2 times 1 equals 2. Equals 8. Times 9. So 8 carry the 1. 2 times 3 equals 7. And we've got our comma. Okay, so we've got the first part of our answer, the multiplication by the ones. But now we're going to do multiplication by tens. So the first thing we need to do in the ones place, 0. We can write 0 here because we already know 10. 1 times 4 equals 4. 1 times 9 equals 9. 1 times 3 equals 3. Perfect. Okay, So now we've got the answer to our tens calculation too. What do we need to do with these two numbers? Add them together. Okay, so our final part of the sum is remembering about place value. 2 times 0 is 2, 8 times 1, 8 times 4, so write the 2, carry the 1, and then 9 plus 7, so now we have the answer to our multiplication with combined operations problem. 47,292. So we can say 12 times 8,463 minus 4,522 equals 47,292. And that's how we answer combined operations with multiplication problems. Pak Bung, that was brilliant. High five and a big round of applause for Pak Bung, please, guys. Now, in today's lesson, we're going to move on slightly. We're going to be staying with combined operations. But what we're going to be learning to do now is we're going to be doing combined operation word problems. So that means taking different multiplication symbols, in today's lesson, division and multiplication, and learning how to answer word problems using the correct calculations. So what I'm going to do first is I'll do a word problem of combined operations on the board to demonstrate how to answer. But first of all, I need to clean the board. Okay, so now we need a word problem. Okay, there are 408 monkeys. And where are the monkeys? In a zoo. There are 408 monkeys in a zoo. Okay? There are 12 cages for the monkeys. S for plural. There are 12 cages for the monkeys to live in. Okay, now that's part one because we're doing combined operations. The next stage each monkey has 12 bananas. Okay? So what we want to know, how many bananas in each cage. INEACHCAGE. Okay, so this is our combined operation word problem. So let's read it together. There are 408 monkeys in a zoo. There are 12 cages for the monkeys to live in. Each monkey has 12 bananas. So what we want to know, how many bananas in each cage. Okay, so now when doing word problems, the first thing we need to do is read carefully and identify the numbers for calculation. So here we have 408. And then our next number is 12. So the first part of the problem that we need to do, 408 divided by 12. Okay, that's the first part of the problem, but then each monkey has 12 bananas. And we want to know how many bananas in each cage. So the third number here, 12, we need to times. Okay? So our actual calculation, 408 divided by 12 times 12. Okay, so step one, always in brackets, 408 divided by 12. Now remembering our long division process, when we're dividing by 2 digits, the first digit will never be big enough. So we can write 0 here. But how about 40 divided by 12 equals 3? 12 will go into 40 3 times. So we can write the 3, and then 3 times 12 equals 36. And then 40 minus 36 equals 4. Okay? Then what do? Bring down. So let's bring down the 8 to make 48. Now 48 divided by 12 equals 4. My students are so good, they answer before I ask. And then 4 times 12 equals 48. Equals 0. Okay, so we're happy. Any remainders, guys? No, we have our answer, 34. Okay? So we know that there are 34 monkeys in each cage. But each monkey has how many bananas? 12. So the next part of the problem to find out the bananas, 34 times 12. Okay? So the second part of the word problem, multiplication. 34 times 12 equals 8. 2 times 3, 6. Okay, so we've done our multiplication by the ones. Now we need to do by the tens. So we can write 0. And then what do? Plus. So 340 plus 68, 408. Guys, we've finally reached our answer, and just in time because we have a little bit of board left. So our final answer, 408. Okay? So now we can ask the question, how many bananas in each cage? And now we can answer the problem. We can say there are 408 bananas in each cage. Because we know each cage has 34 monkeys. And if each monkey has 12 bananas, 34 times 12 gives us 408. And that's how we answer combined operation word problems, in this case involving division and multiplication. Guys, that was excellent, very well worked out. And what we've got now is a PowerPoint presentation so that we can work out together some more combined operation word problems. So teachers, it'll be a good idea now if our students get a paper and some pencils so that we can work out the problems together as we go through them. So now let's turn to look at the TV screen, guys. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation, Combined Operations, Word Problems, Lesson 1. So, our first combined operation word problem. Let's read together, guys. A bakery produces 280 cakes in one day. How many cakes will the bakery produce in 12 days? And then the next part, if the cakes are shared equally between 8 people, how many cakes will each person receive? Okay, so now, after we've carefully read our word problem, we need to identify the figures for calculation. So our calculation looks like this. 280 times 12 divided by 8. Now, which part of the sum do we do first, guys? Always in brackets. So the first one to do, 280 times 12. So what we need to do is we need to organize our multiplication table. And because we're multiplying by 2 digits, do the ones first and then the tens. So 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 8 is 16. So we write the 6 and carry the 1. And 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1, 5. So we have the answer to our first part of the multiplication, 560. But then we need to multiply by the tens. So we start our second total with the 0. And then 1 times 8 equals 8. 1 times 2 equals 2. So now we have the answers to our multiplications. What we need to do is we need to now add these two numbers together. 560 plus 2,800. 1,360, correct. So the answer to the multiplication part is 3,360. But we're not finished yet. We now need to do the next part of the word problem. 3,360 divided by the number of people, which is 8. So, doing a division table, 3,360 divided by 8. 3 divided by 8, can we do? 0. But then 33 divided by 8. 4, yes.
8 times 4 equals 32.
33 equals 1. Bring down 6. So 16 divided by 8 equals 2. 2 times 8 equals 16. Bring down 0, add another 0. So what's our final answer? 420. 3,360 divided by 8 equals 420. So now we can answer our word problem. Each person will receive 420 cakes. And that's how we correctly answer word problems involving combined operations. But let's do one more together, guys. There are 3,360 320 flowers in a field. These flowers need to be divided between 8 shops. Each flower has 16 petals. How many petals in total in each shop? So after reading our word problem, our calculation looks like this. 3,320 divided by, and then times by 16. So which part of the calculation do we do first? The one in brackets. 3,320 divided by 8. So 3 minus 8 we cannot do. 3 divided by 8 we cannot do. So write 0. But 33 divided by 8, 4. 4 times 8, 32. 33 minus 32 equals 1. Bring down the 2 to make 12. Okay. So now 12 divided by 8 equals 1. 1 times 8 equals 8. 12 minus 8 equals 4. And then, what do we do with the 0? Bring down. 40 divided by 8 equals 5. So now we have our answer to the first part of the problem. 415. 3,320 divided by 8 equals 415. So now, the next part of our problem, 415 divided by 16. So remember to organize the multiplication table and then start with the ones. 6 times 5 equals 30. So we can write the 0, carry the 3. And then 6 times 4, 24. So the first part of our answer, 2,490. So now we move on to the tens column. We write 0 first. 4,150. Now, what do we do with these two numbers? Addition. 0 plus 0. 9 plus 5.
6.
Excellent. So now we have our answer. 6,640. So we can say there are 6,640 petals in each shop. And guys, that's how we correctly answer word problems of combined operations involving division and multiplication. Any questions? That was excellent, well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation of how to work out combined operation word problems. And today's ones involve multiplication and division. So it's important to know the step-by-step process that we always do to answer the word problems correctly. And now it's time for our stretch sequence. So let's stand up, guys, and push in our chairs. And we'll begin with some rotations. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And next we'll do 5 stretches to our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll do 5 stretches to our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys, and have a shake. Shake it out. And now we'll take our right hand and find our left foot. And then take our left hand and find our right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. And the last one, left hand, right foot. And to finish, we'll do 5 star jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. And now it's time for our worksheet part of the lesson. So teachers, make sure each student in your class gets their own worksheet. And today's worksheet has 3 different combined operation word problems. So what we're going to ask our students to do is to read each word problem carefully, identify the numbers for calculation, and then work them out in the spaces provided. So let's give our students around 15 minutes for this activity because there's 3 different word problems. So 5 minutes for each should be enough. But what's the first thing to do, guys? Names on top. And teachers, just monitor the class. Students will probably have questions regarding this activity, so just be there to help them when they need. So Lakgao, this one's for you. You're welcome. Prao, here's yours.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Down for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Chu, here's yours.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Nadia, for you. You're welcome. Pat, here's yours. You're welcome. Pak Boom for you. And Net, for you. So remember, guys, first thing to do is to read the word problem carefully. Then we can identify the numbers for calculation. "408 students in a school."
12 classrooms in the school. How many students will go into each classroom?
Excellent. So the first part of our problem, 408 students need to go into 12 classrooms. And then each student has 12 books. How many books in each classroom? So that's word problem number 1. 408 students in the school. Sorry, guys. We need to divide them by 12 classrooms. So 408 divided by 12. And then we times by 12, because each student has 12 books. So 408 divided by 12. 4 is too small. So then 40 divided by 12. 3. 3 times 12? 36. 40 minus 36. Equals 4. Bring down the 8. 48 divided by 12. 4 times 12? 48 minus 48 equals 0. Nothing left to bring down, no remainders, so we have our answer. How many students will go into each classroom? 34. And now, if each student has 12 textbooks, we need to take the number of students and times them by the number of books. So 34 times 12. You need your multiplication table now. So 2 times 4. 2 times 3 equals 6. So the answer to the ones column, 68. Then we're multiplying by the tens. So 0 first. And then 1 times 4. 1 times 3. Now what do we do with these two numbers? Plus, add them together. 8 plus 0. 0, carry 1. 1 plus 3. Ta-da! So now we know how many textbooks go into each classroom. 408 textbooks into each classroom. So that's how we do our combined operation word problems. Notice with combined operations, there's 2 different calculations to do, because that's what combined means, together. In this case, we did division and multiplication. If you need any more help, guys, let me know. Okay, so 24 cars on each floor, and the car park has 15 floors. 24 times 15. And then, how many garages do the cars need to go into? Taken 4 garages. Okay. There you go, guys. There's word problem number 2. 24 times 15, and then we take that number and divide by 4. And then we have our answer. So this time, it's multiplication before division. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet exercise where they could successfully answer the combined operation word problems. And it involves quite a lot of working out. So it might be a good idea, teachers, to demonstrate on the boards also. But my students here all did an excellent job. So well done, guys. And that's all we've got time for today. So we hope you've enjoyed the lesson and now understand more about how to answer combined operation word problems. Carefully read the problem, identify the numbers for calculation, and then do the calculations like you always do. And we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So can we turn to wave and say goodbye, guys? Goodbye. Bye-bye. See you again soon.